All right, again now, under the heading of hearing and second reading of ordinances from standing committees and regional committees, there will be one public hearing on items 6 through 13. I'm going to open up the public hearing at this time. I wanted to ask the public a few basic ground rules. If you're going to speak today, please remain seated until it is time for you to stand to give your public testimony. Don't make any audible noises during the testimony because that's disrespectful to the people who are trying to listen and speak. And your testimony must be germane and relevant to the legislation that is before us. And also, as chair, I will not tolerate obscene speech here today, so I'll be asking you to leave if that occurs.
Did you qualify
so
what that
having
means?
said that, at this time I'd like to open the public hearing. And the first person that we will call forward to hear from today is Mr. Sam Bellamino. Excuse me, sir, you'll have to remain seated. Your name is not Sam Bellamino. You'll have to remain seated.
We speak as StandUP-America as a group.
Let's go into recess.
You're doing this always to everybody. Why you ignore us? You don't have a sense.
Okay, I want to say something to you, Mr. Zimerman. If you don't sit down, I'm going to have you removed from the chambers. I'm not going to tolerate this.
Do you mind if he holds my sign for me?
Thank you, Mr. Zimerman.
Could he hold my sign for me?
You need to sit down.
Oh, him.
If you stand up and break the rules, you'll be asked to leave the chamber. There's no... It's very clear.
Could I have him hold my sign for me?
I'm telling you this every... Recess. Thank you. We're out of recess at this time, and we have a member of the public that would like to address us. His name is Mr. Sam Bellamino. Go ahead, sir.
Could you qualify what obscene speech means? I don't want to break the rules.
You have 2 minutes, Mr. Bellamino.
All right, so you'll warn me then. You'll let me know if I'm getting obscene, because I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I think your time is moving on. Go ahead.
Yes, but if you tell me when I'm speaking obscenely, let me know, please. So we have... I'm going to read them all off, but I think we have 8 agenda items, 6 through 13, that we're consolidating under 2 minutes. Previous practice was allowed 2 minutes per because, as you can see here, we have a conversation going on. Could you please not talk? Yeah, leave the room. Thank you. You can see that we have 8 ordinances, and I have 2 minutes to speak about this 600 pages right here. I know, it's funny. You can smirk. It's okay. We know it's ridiculous. You guys have committee meetings that all these were heard in. I never got a chance to speak about any of these in any of your committee meetings. And not one of you stood up and said, I want my citizens to speak in these committee meetings. Because you can't. You're all friends. You're a part of the same organizations. It's a big mafia. We don't have a government that cares for our citizens anymore. We have 2 minutes to speak about...
We're going to go into recess, a brief recess at this time. Mr. Bellamino, your speech is not directly relevant to the items that are before us.
It is.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave the chambers.
Leave the chambers?
Leave the chambers, I'll have you ask.
I can't sit? You want me to leave the chambers? I'll leave. Just tell me one more time.
I think you're relatively
Can I
able to understand English.
Can I sit?
I will say it one more time. You either keep your testimony germane to the items that are before us, or you leave this room, period.
So,
End of discussion.
Okay.
Will it be?
I'll keep it germane to the subjects at hand. The 8 agenda items.
Okay, I will expect you to speak directly to the items that are before us, or else the gavel will come down and you will go out.
And I will go out. Got it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. So I, Sam Bellamino, am speaking to the 8 agenda items how I feel they're appropriate. I feel that there's 8 of them. We have an ordinance, a collective bargaining agreement. I was not allowed in that committee to speak to it. We were authorized in the King County Executive in Ordinance 7. I was not allowed to speak to the executive on these issues. We have number 8, collective bargaining agreement again. I was not allowed in the committee to speak about it. We have agenda item number 9, when you adopt another collective bargaining agreement without citizen participation. I'm germane as I can be when I tell you these 8 agenda items should not be consolidated. 2 minutes per. The reason why they're not is because you all work together to stop us from speaking in the committee, because you write the rules that could allow us to speak in those committees. And that's why I think our government's turned into a mafia. That's why I think you work together to inhibit freedom of speech. And you need to wake up and stand up, and one of you be different. Not one of you different. Put a D or an R. None of you are different.
Thank you.
You're destroying this nation.
Thank you
You're
for
ignorant.
your time. Your time is up. Mr. Zimerman.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Alex Zimerman, and I represent StandUP-America. I will right now use only one sentence, and I think this will be enough for take me out from this bench. This sentence very simple. When you stop and acting like a degenerate idiot. Thank you very much.
Next will be Mr. Steve Andrews.